All right, welcome to the portal. So this is the landing page. When you click the link, you will receive the link in an email from AFS, and it will have your username is your email. That'll have a generic password, temporary password that you can use. You can log in. It will then ask you to make a new password. You can always request on the login page a new password if you forget it, and it'll send it to you. And it'll be again a temporary password, and then ask you to create a new one. But every time you log into the portal, it will then direct you to the projects page. So this is the landing page it's called projects, and you will see your producer status. So this person is active. They have an expiration date of July 1st and start date of July 1st, 2016. The project is something that you will create first, and I'll show you that in a separate video. But you will click this page and it will take you to a form that you fill out. All right, and then you will see your projects listed here and then whether they are active. And this is only something you have to do once or twice depending on what you're creating. If you've come in here to make a film, then make a project with that film title, and then let's say you down the road want to do a music show, then create a project for that music show. And then that way, when you submit a show form and make a reservation, they will be categorized by the project. And that is a way of kind of like an online filing system for us to see what project has for shows and reservations. All right, so that is required first. And then anytime you submit a show form, you will fill that out according to that project. You'll see that in the other tutorial about the projects. And then you will be able to drop down, you'll see your show forms. You'll see the air date, the show name, project, series, which is it something you're doing every week? Is it live or pre-recorded? And then the status. Has it been approved and programmed, or did it fail? If there was a reason for it to fail, we will let you know. You will also probably receive an email from Charles, our programming and production associate, who programs the channels and approves all reservations. And then your reservations will be listed here. So you'll see a list, they'll be grouped by date, and then you can also look at your past reservations. All right, there is a button here that says cancel a reservation. That's actually an email that will email Charles. So click that and then just write an explanation. Hey, I need to cancel a reservation for X date. That is the only way to cancel a reservation right now. There's no way for you to do it in the portal. You have to just email us either through this link or just email Charles some other way. So, all right. And then your certifications. So this test person I created has orientation and media policy. That's what every producer coming into the portal for the first time will see. And then also any other classes you may have taken. So this person has taken Sony FS5. Those classes will be listed here. So you would see orientation, media policy, and then this person would see Sony FS5, and then it would say yes for attended, and then any upcoming classes you have will also be listed here, and then they'll say no for attended until you do attend them. All right, so as you, use the producer program and make reservations and submit shows, all of that will then start populating this page, and so it'll get a little busy. So that's why we have these show hide features here as this page starts to fill out. All right, and then the reservations page, I will have a separate tutorial on this, but the first question on that is the project. What project is the reservation under? And so that is why a project is required for this workflow, because if you do not have a project and you try to reserve something and hit submit, it will error out because you do not have a project. So that is something that we see happen a lot with new producers. So just make sure if you're watching these videos to know to go back to the projects page and create a project. You will then see it here. You have your start date and time, end date and time, reservation policies, search for your equipment. You have equipment categories here, and these are only based on what you are certified for. So this person was certified for media policy, and then FS5 were the two that give you access to resources. So the camera will list all the FS5s available. You have your check boxes here, and you'll be able to see if they're available. So again, I'll have another tutorial on this. So all that gear is here. There's more information buttons, which is nice. If I click that, it will take me to the field audio equipment page where I can learn more about it or download the manuals. So those are really helpful, and we have a few of those built out. So cameras. All right. And then training page goes to the AFS website again for just the training videos that we've created. Most of them are for the studio gear. And then Studio Calendar is a drop down. It will just drop down on whatever page you are currently on, and it will show you the availability of the rooms at Austin Public. So it says Studio Calendar, but it's Studio 1, 2, 3, Edit Lab, and Conference Room, and they are color coded. We also have our operating hours here, if you forget. You can sort by day, week, month view. You can toggle through the weeks, and it's just very helpful to know what's being used and when. So I can see here on a Monday, today is Monday, and there are 2 back-to-back Studio 1 reservations. There's a Studio 2 reservation. There's an editing class tonight in the Edit Lab, so that is why the Edit Lab is blocked off. And then somebody has the Studio 3 reserved from 9 to midnight. All right, Tuesday looks about as busy, and then Wednesday, Thursday, Friday still has some availability. Looks like Saturday is completely open in Studio 1, but there are 2 Studio 2 back-to-back reservations, so you kind of get the idea. The Edit Lab does not require reservations through the portal, but you will want to check the Studio Calendar to see the yellow blocks, and that represents an editing class or some other event taking over that space. So just know that if you're going to show up, then you might want to look at this just to see when that room is booked. All right, so that is very helpful. So I can close that. All right, then we have our log out button. So projects and then reservations are the 2 pages you'll use the most, and then to check availability of the rooms, just to have a visual, you'll use that, and then if you want any training videos, you can access that. All right, so that is the portal, and I will do another training video on projects and then a third one on reservations.